I would say,
isn't that
however,
what you're telling me?
that it's
That's not what you
difficult
saw.
for
You're
the
telling.
federal
Now, don't get
government
off
to
the subject
No,
on
I'm
me
not.
now.
I'm
You're telling me that's
difficult.
not what you saw.
I'm telling you that it is difficult for the federal government to adequately address the issue of anti-Semitism.
Are you telling me
without appropriate
the
resources.
Columbia administration and the faculty was supportive of the Jewish community?
I think that they are
You
trying
need
to
to
find
stop dipping into your ketamine stash.
into what? Excuse me?
Now, if we're going to solve this problem, we need to talk about it.
I'm
And
happy
it
to
wasn't
talk
just
about
at Columbia. It was at Berkeley. It was at UCLA. It was at Barnard. If you want to stop a lot of the anti-Semitism, maybe we need to stop teaching kids to be anti-Semitic.
In a moment that electrified the chamber and echoed far beyond Capitol Hill, Senator John Kennedy grilled a Democratic witness on the uncomfortable rise of anti-Semitism across United States college campuses. What began as a routine exchange quickly escalated into a no-nonsense confrontation, one that had the audience clapping before the session even ended. The hearing began like any other, with discussions about civil rights funding and campus policies. Witnesses sat before the Senate Education Committee, offering polished talking points about diversity, equity, and inclusion. But as Senator Kennedy took the mic, the tone shifted. He began by questioning Mr. Racklin, a Democratic-aligned witness. Let's dive right in.
Ms. Solomon, I want to be sure I understand your testimony. Did I understand you to testify that anti-Semitism is worse under the Trump administration?
Senator, thank you for your question.
You don't have to thank me. Okay. Your best thanks is to answer it.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you that anti-Semitism has been rising, especially since the 2017
but has the Trump
Charlottesville
administration
attack.
caused that? Is that your testimony?
I wouldn't say the Trump administration has caused anti-Semitism. Has there been an increase since Trump has entered office? Yes.
Do you see a causal connection there?
Yes.
Why?
Trump has highlighted and platformed neo-Nazis and white supremacists.
Okay. I can't see that far.
Racklin.
Mr. Racklin, I understood you to say that in answer to Senator Durbin's question, the spending reductions, reducing the federal budget would increase anti-Semitism. Isn't that what you said?
No, I did not. I said that the constant threats to cut money to the Office for Civil Rights and the Department of Education prevents the federal government from adequately investigating anti-Semitism and other hate crimes on college campuses.
So you think one way to stop anti-Semitism is to give people more money? Is that right?
I think one of the ways is to actually fund people that are actually designed to investigate anti-Semitism on college campuses.
What's there to investigate? We see it.
We saw
it. Did you watch television? Did you see what happened at Columbia?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it was clear to me that the administration at Columbia and most members of the faculty believed passionately in diversity, equity, inclusion, and the right to hurt Jews. That's what I saw. Isn't that what you saw?
I saw.
Isn't that what you saw?
I saw protesters against the war in Gaza and them using some anti-Semitic slogans and thoughts. I would say, however, that it's hard. I would say,
isn't that
however,
what you're telling me?
that
That's not what you saw. Now, don't get off the subject on me now. You're telling me that's not what you saw.
I'm telling you that it is difficult for the federal government to adequately address the issue of anti-Semitism.
Are you telling me
the
Columbia administration and the faculty was supportive of the Jewish community?
I think that they are
You
trying
need
to
to
find
stop dipping into your ketamine stash.
into what? Excuse me?
Now, if we're going to solve this problem, we need to talk about it. And it wasn't just at Columbia. It was at Berkeley. It was at UCLA. It was at Barnard. And Columbia has a history of discriminating against Jewish people. They used to refuse to let Jewish students come to their university. Now, you can try to bubble wrap this, but that's what I saw. If you want to stop a lot of the anti-Semitism, maybe we need to stop teaching kids to be anti-Semitic.
Sir, I would relish that opportunity.
Let me ask you a question, Ms.
Senator John Kennedy didn't just participate in that hearing, he commanded it. While others tiptoed around political sensitivities and offered bureaucratic deflections, Kennedy delivered what Americans have been yearning for: blunt honesty, moral clarity, and fearless leadership. He didn't let Mr. Racklin off the hook with rehearsed talking points. Instead, he pushed past the surface and exposed a deeper issue: how elite institutions under the guise of diversity and inclusion have allowed anti-Semitism to fester in plain sight. Columbia, UCLA, Berkeley, Kennedy named them and he held them accountable. With every question, Kennedy made one thing clear: anti-Semitism doesn't need more funding studies or commissions, it needs to be called out and condemned without excuses. He showed that real leadership means confronting evil head-on, not hiding behind politically correct language. His closing words were powerful. If you want to stop anti-Semitism, maybe we need to stop teaching kids to be anti-Semitic. That line didn't just earn applause, it struck a chord across the nation. Because Kennedy wasn't just talking about policy, he was speaking to a cultural crisis, one that too many have chosen to ignore. In the end, Kennedy reminded us that defending truth, decency, and basic human dignity is not a partisan issue. It's a moral obligation. And in a room full of hesitation, he was the only one with the courage to say what needed to be said. That's leadership. That's John Kennedy. In an age where facts are often buried beneath talking points and fear of offense, moments like these cut through the haze. Senator Kennedy exposed the double standard, challenged the narrative, and demanded truth where others offered excuses. Whether you agree with his style or not, one thing is undeniable: he said what millions are thinking. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful moments like this, because the truth doesn't need a filter, it needs a microphone.